Ladies and gentlemen, there's a funny thing that happens when you reach a certain age. A certain kind of wisdom starts to settle in. It doesn't come all at once. It arrives in pieces. Quietly over the years, like a little tap on the shoulder, and then bam. One day you wake up and all these things that used to make sense, well, now they just don't. And I'm not talking about big, mysterious things here. I'm talking about the things we let slide, the little routines we build, the habits we hold on to just because it's how we've always done it. Time is one of the most precious gifts we're given in this life, and yet so often it's treated like something we can afford to waste. When we're young, it seems limitless. We think we have decades stretched out in front of us, and we spend time casually, almost recklessly, as if it's an endless currency. But the truth, the reality that life makes clearer with each passing year is that time is finite. Once it's gone, we don't get it back. And somewhere around 60, a light turns on, a realization dawns that every minute counts.
After
and that
a certain
realization,
point,
my
you start
friends,
to
is
see that
powerful.
not
everything deserves your time. You don't want to be everywhere, say yes to everything, or engage in every passing conversation. You want to protect the minutes, the hours, the years you have left, and invest them in what truly matters. This shift changes everything. It's no longer about chasing endless to-do lists, attending countless events, or filling up your days just to stay busy. You realize that being busy isn't the same as being fulfilled. There's a difference between activity and purpose, and when you reach this stage, it becomes crucial to focus on the latter. The time you have left, you want to spend wisely with the people who lift you up, who make you laugh, who challenge you to grow and love deeper. Family and friends become a treasure you cherish in a way you may never have before. You start to understand that these relationships, these moments of togetherness, are not to be taken for granted. A dinner with your children, a walk with an old friend, a quiet conversation over coffee with your spouse, these become the richest hours of your day. You see that this is the wealth. This is the legacy you're building, the memories, the laughter, the love you share. And then there are the passions, the things you always said you'd do someday after 60, someday becomes today. You stop putting off those personal dreams and start realizing that the time to pursue them is now. Whether it's painting, writing, traveling, or volunteering, you want to do it with your whole heart because you understand that this moment right here, right now is all you truly have. When you reach this season of life, you don't have room for superficiality. Conversations that don't go beyond the surface, tasks that drain your energy without adding meaning, distractions that steal your attention from the people, and passions that matter most, all of that can fall by the wayside. You start focusing on the people and the pursuits that fill you with joy, with purpose, with peace, and in doing so, you find a new kind of freedom, a freedom that comes from knowing your time is precious and choosing to spend it on what and who truly matters. Success is a word that's often misinterpreted. From an early age, we're taught to define it by external milestones, career titles, wealth, social status, accomplishments stacked high like trophies on a shelf. We're conditioned to believe that success is measured by how far up the ladder we can climb, by how many people recognize our name, by how full our bank accounts grow. And for a while, maybe that view carries us. It drives us to work hard, to push ourselves, to achieve. But over time, we begin to see through the illusion. We start to realize that success isn't something you can buy or frame on a wall. It's something much deeper, something far more lasting. After 60, success begins to look a lot less like competition and a lot more like contentment. The hustle and the endless drive to outdo others or to chase one more prize loses its appeal. Instead, you find yourself longing for a life that feels meaningful, a life that brings you peace. True success, at its core, is about inner satisfaction, a quiet, steady confidence that comes from knowing who you are, what you value, and what brings you happiness. It's about a kind of contentment that can't be touched by the outside world, that isn't shaken by the ups and downs of circumstances. Health becomes another cornerstone of true success. When we're younger, we tend to overlook it. putting off self-care in favor of a few more hours at work, skipping sleep to get ahead, and ignoring signs of burnout. But as the years go by, you start to see that without health, none of those other pursuits matter. Success means waking up with a body that feels strong, a mind that's clear, and a spirit that's not weighed down. It's about honoring yourself enough to take care of the vessel that's carried you through every challenge and every joy. And then there's love. As time passes, you begin to understand that success can't be achieved alone. Relationships, real, meaningful connections are what make life worth living. Success isn't found in isolation or in standing above others, it's found in the warmth of shared moments, in love given and received. A loving family, loyal friends, and deep, genuine connections with others become the true markers of success, filling life with richness that no amount of money or fame could replicate. Lastly, success is purpose. It's not about what you can get, but what you can give. It's finding a reason to get up every day, something that lights you up from within and gives back to the world around you. After 60, success becomes the pursuit of things that add meaning, that contribute to a greater good, that leave a legacy beyond yourself. That's real success: peace, health, love, and purpose, a life well lived, with priorities that aren't shaped by society's standards, but by the values that you know, deep down, truly matter. As we grow older, we come to see relationships in a new light. Gone is the urgency to befriend everyone in the room, to maintain a long list of acquaintances, or to keep up with every casual interaction. Instead, we find ourselves craving fewer but deeper connections, those genuine bonds that go beyond small talk and surface-level exchanges. There's something incredibly fulfilling about sitting down with someone and genuinely connecting, with both people present and open, no distractions, no pretenses. We realize that in these moments, true relationships are built. This desire for authenticity grows stronger because as we age, we become more attuned to people. We can sense when someone is carrying burdens or hiding behind a smile. We can feel when a person's words don't match the emotions in their eyes. It's as though time sharpens our ability to see beyond the words and into the heart of the person in front of us. And with that understanding, a powerful question starts to become part of our interactions: how are you really? It's simple. But when asked with sincerity, it's one of the most meaningful questions we can offer. Asking someone how they really are requires us to pause, to set aside our own agendas, and to create a safe space where they can be honest. This kind of interaction takes time and a willingness to listen without rushing to respond. And when we're on the receiving end, it's a moment of relief. Finally, here is someone who isn't just passing by, who isn't waiting for the conversation to end, but who actually cares about what's happening beneath the surface. There's something profoundly healing about being seen in this way, and we start to understand that true connection lies in these simple acts of empathy and openness. With age, we learn that it's far more valuable to have a handful of people who truly know us than to have a crowd of people who barely scratch the surface. Those connections don't come easily. They're built over time, through shared experiences, and through moments of trust. We start to value the family members who've stood by us through the years, the friends who've seen us at our best and our worst, and the partners who've been there through thick and thin. These are the relationships that anchor us, that provide comfort, and that make life meaningful. This understanding of connection brings a new kind of fulfillment. We're no longer satisfied with quick conversations or shallow exchanges. Instead, we want to engage in conversations that go deep, that explore life, dreams, fears, and hopes. We want to build connections that bring peace, comfort, and strength. And so we choose to ask, how are you? Really, we choose to listen, to be present, and to give others the gift of our full attention. It's a small gesture, but one that transforms relationships into something real, something lasting. True connections are not just about being there for someone, they're about fully seeing them, understanding them, and letting them know they matter. As the years pass, we begin to see life from a new perspective. Things that once seemed essential, money, possessions, the drive for status, gradually lose their grip on us. When we're younger, material success can feel like a powerful motivator. We're drawn to the latest gadgets, the impressive houses, the titles and recognitions that show the world we've made it, but as time unfolds, the importance of these pursuits fades, replaced by a longing for something much deeper, much more enduring. In the end, it's not what we've accumulated, but who we've loved and the memories we've created that truly matter. Love becomes the foundation upon which everything else rests. Real love, the kind that's steady and selfless, becomes the greatest source of fulfillment. It's the love that we share with family and friends, the care we show for others, and the kindness we receive in return. This love is unbreakable, enduring beyond the highs and lows of life. The time spent nurturing our relationships, offering support and receiving it, is time well spent. These bonds become treasures, comforting us when life feels heavy and bringing joy that no amount of money could buy. In love, we find a sense of purpose and connection that outlasts any material achievement. Memories, too, become a cherished part of our legacy. At the end of it all, we don't hold on to the clothes, the cars, or the awards. We hold on to moments. We remember the laughter shared with friends, the warmth of family gatherings, the adventures, and even the struggles that brought us closer to others and to ourselves. These memories are lasting because they shape who we are. They capture the experiences that make life rich and meaningful, the little things that become big things when looked back upon. A simple meal with a loved one, a heartfelt conversation, the sound of our children's laughter, these are the memories that stand the test of time. And finally, real relationships bring life into focus. We realize that human connection is one of life's greatest gifts. These relationships provide support, encouragement, and a shared sense of belonging. When we're able to connect with others on a real level, when we invest in friendships and partnerships that uplift us, we're left with a wealth that no material success can replicate. People are the true blessings, the ones who walk with us through life's seasons, and as we age, we see clearly that these relationships are the ultimate measure of a life well lived. As material pursuits lose their charm, we begin to seek fulfillment in things that can't be bought or sold. We let go of the things that once distracted us, making room for what's truly meaningful. In the end, it's love, memories, and relationships that make life worth living, providing a depth of joy and fulfillment that nothing else can. These are the values we carry forward, the legacy we leave behind, and the treasures that remind us what it truly means to live. In the end, life's real treasures are far simpler and more profound than the pursuits of youth. Time becomes precious, and we learn to focus it on the moments and people that truly matter. Success transforms from a chase for recognition into a quest for peace, health, love, and purpose, a life defined by contentment rather than competition. True connections bring meaning, as we seek depth in relationships and cherish the few who genuinely understand and care for us. And as material ambitions fade, we realize that the only things worth holding on to are love, memories, and the bonds we share with others. These are the values that stay with us, that comfort and ground us, giving life its richest meaning. In embracing these truths, we find fulfillment, and in sharing them, we leave behind a legacy that endures. This, after all, is what it means to live well.